If you haven't already looked at the graph and tried to answer these on your own, please pause the video and do so. If you've already figured out the answers, let's go through them. The limit as x approaches 0 for this function, you want to go to 0 on the x, which is here, and you want to look for the function value or the y value, which is 5. So the limit there should be 5. The limit as x approaches 3 for the function, you want to go over to 1, 2, 3 on the x, and you want to look for what is the y value, and the y value is 11. So the limit is 11. The limit as x approaches 5, you want to go over to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you want to kind of approximate where that would be. Since it's off the graph, you can either look for the slope to kind of figure it out, or the function has been provided for you. So if you just take 5 and plug it in for the x, so if I plug 5 in for x, that'd be 2 times 5, which is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15, so the limit here is 15. On the next problem, if you have not looked at this one yet, please pause and answer these on your own. Let's assume that you have paused and answered them. So if we're looking at the limit as x approaches 0, you want to find 0 on the x, and you want to find the y value, and that would be -3. So the limit is -3. The limit as x approaches -2 of f of x. So we want to go over to -2 on the x and see what the y value would have been had it been filled in. If it was a filled in point, the value would be -5, and so that is the limit of -2. However, f of -2 wants to know the function value at -2. So that is different from the limit. The function value is what you actually see, and it is an empty point, so it is undefined. So the limit is what it would be if it were filled in. The function is what it actually is, and it is not filled in, so it is undefined. Example 4, please pause the video and answer these questions. If you have answered these questions already, let's go through them. The limit as x approaches 1, you want to find 1 on the x. Find 1 on the x, trace it up, and you see the y value is at 3. This point is misleading. This is not the limit. The limit is where the curve is, not the point. You want to look from the left and the right side of the x value that they give you. So when they say x equals 1, you want to go to the left of 1, which is this curve. You want to go to the right of 1, which is this curve. And both curves are coming down towards this open point at y equals 3. So the limit is 3. The limit as x approaches -3. You want to find -3 on the x. Go up, and it's at +3 on the y. So that is the limit. The limit as x approaches +3. Find +3 on the x. Trace it up. It is y equals 4 on the graph. So the limit is 4. The limit as x approaches 4. You want to go over to 4 on the x, and it is at 0 on the y. The curve is touching the line, so it's at 0. F of 1, there is no limit, so this wants the actual y value at 1. If you go to 1, there is a filled in point at -2, so that is the function value, -2.